everyone, I'm Chef Leroy and welcome to my cozy kitchen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I certainly am. Weather here in Minnesota, we did get a little snow today. It's great, about an inch or so. But the temperatures are still pretty mild. Anyway, thank you guys so much for viewing my videos. If you enjoy them, please give me a couple thumbs up and hit that like button. And also make sure you leave me a comment or two if you have any questions or comments about the videos. I'd appreciate that. I'll try to respond to them as soon as I can. Also, I really appreciate you guys out there that have subscribed to the channel up to this point. Thank you so much for that. If you haven't subscribed, subscriptions are free to join. And they just let you know when a video is put out there. Get a notification, boom, you'll know a video has been dropped by me. Anyway, today we are going to talk about our Hexclad saute pan, okay? So my video with the potatoes and the breakfast scramble, I tell you, the pan was kind of disappointing. But today's demonstration is going to be about the eggs, okay? Now I've seen a video out there where they're swirling the eggs around the pan like nobody's business, but I'm not so sure about that after having to deal with the potatoes like I did. The other thing I'm going to do, sorry I'm off camera for a second, I'm going to sear off a piece of salmon. So I got a piece of Atlantic salmon here. We're going to sear a salmon off in that pan as well. So those are two demos we're going to do today with the Hexclad pan. So let's get the camera over to the stove and show you what's going on. Okay guys, so next experiment with a Hexclad pan is to cook some eggs. Alright, I've seen all those videos of the eggs just sliding all around the pan. Looks fantastic, but after my potato experiment, I just want to make sure that it's legit. Alright, so we're going to do this, and then I have another demo I'm going to do with salmon. But anyway, I'll let the pan heat up. I got it at a medium-high heat. I'm going to use some pan spray in there. This is a canola pan spray. Let's go ahead and spray the pan. Pan's nice and hot. Crack the eggs. Oh, look at that, I got a double yolky. Except for an eggshell in my pan. Come on. All right. Now these eggs were in my refrigerator, so I didn't have them standing out. So no special anything, just right out of the refrigerator. A lot of people like to have their eggs out at room temperature for a while. Definitely worked in kitchens where we've had our eggs out almost, basically they sat out all day. Your yolks are a little less likely to crack or break when you have them out like that all day. Alright, let's take a look here. Well, look at that. Slide right up from the side. That's a good sign already. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened to the potatoes. I don't know if I have to put them in extremely dry because they were in water overnight. If I need to just cut them fresh that day to put them in the pan to keep them sticking, I don't know. Or maybe I have to use pan spray instead of oil. I don't know. But wait, sticking a little bit on this side. Tip the pan and watch them slide. So they do slide around nicely. Well, let's see how this comes up here. It's a little stuck on here. Got a little bit of egg weight that got up there, but that still these pans clean really easily. That's one thing I'll say. I'm going to go ahead and flip my eggs over. pan's really big, so I don't really want to try doing the toss method. Generally speaking, when I'm cooking eggs, I'll show you my saute pans that I have. So this is the difference. So this is an egg pan, and it's that big saute. So a little easier to flip the egg, like 2 eggs like that, in a small pan than it is a large one. All right, there you go, guys. The eggs are sliding around, so it proves that the pan is basically non-stick with eggs. So, all right, let's get into the salmon next. Sign off for now. Okay, so this question came up recently about the Hexclad pan, and it asked if you have to oil the pan after each use when you store it, right? Well, I'll tell you what, after I cooked my eggs earlier, right, I let the pan cool down. I washed it with soap and water, and I used Dawn soap. And now here it is on my stove, and I have not put anything in the pan yet. There's no oil. So we're going to go ahead and do a demo on an egg. So I'm going to use pan spray. I'm going to turn my stove on to a medium-high temperature. And it is in the direction that you are supposed to use pan spray when you're cooking your eggs. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit of pan spray. Let that pan heat up nicely. And we're going to find out, does the egg stick? Is it necessary to have the oil in there? I don't know. But I have been, up to this point, I had been oiling the pan just with a little bit of oil, and I wipe it with a paper towel. But this time I did not do any oil at all, and I just let it sit here on my stove throughout the day. So this is later in the afternoon, so we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Now, like I said, the pan heats up really fast. It's great. I mean, on induction, it literally heats up within only a few minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and crack the egg in there. And this will be the truth of the tale right here. So now we'll know. Do you have to oil your pan after each use? I don't know that I read anything in the instructional part of it that you have to. It's that initial seasoning that you're doing. I know that I do it with cast iron pans. But this is not a true cast iron pan. And it looks to me like it doesn't stick. I would like to try it without any pan spray at all, just to see how that works, but this one is just to answer that question. Do you have to oil it after every use to be seasoned and not stick? There you go. You can see this slides right around. Well, there you have it, guys. I don't really think it's necessary to oil the pan after every use. Again, I've only had the pan for about a week, and I've only cooked a few things in it, so not happy with the potato outcome. That was one thing I did not like. Nice little flip. Nice. All right, so there you have it. Fried egg, Hexclad pan. It's pretty much non-stick to an egg. There you go. Slides right around. So hopefully that answers everybody's question. And we'll see you soon. Okay, So before I get my salmon going, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to spray the pan down. And then I'm going to put a little seasoning on my salmon. I'm going to do a ravioli with it, but I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of dry basil on my salmon. And a little bit of oregano. Give that pasta a nice flavor with the salmon. And we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of salt on there. Sorry, I'm kind of off camera, but a little pepper first. And I've got some Himalayan salt. I'm going to put that on there. I guess I should move my pan over so you guys can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Salt in the salmon, okay, just like so. All right, now before I put that in the pan, I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top of the salmon. Now you don't really have to do this, but it just adds a little more depth of flavor. Okay. Salmon's ready for the pan. Let's get the pan back on the stove. Turn it up, back up to that medium-high temp. Let her heat up and get that fish in there. Okay, within just a few minutes the pan is nice and hot. All right, so I'm going to do this skin side down first, okay? Let that skin crisp up nicely. It's not sticking. It's good. I could see how my oil was already starting to get kind of dark. Now, canola oil does not have a high flash point, so it will brown up a little bit, more so than avocado oil, actually. But now again, if you want to help your fish along, go ahead and put that cover on top and keep all the heat in there nice and help cook your salmon. Just remember again, your vent right here, be careful where your hand is placed by it because that steam comes through that vent and you could get burned. Yeah, let's check that skin out. Whew, got a little smoky there. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Now I've done salmon in my cast iron and the skin sticks to the cast iron. This one is not at all. I like that a lot. Go ahead and cover it up a little bit again. It smells great. All right, so far the egg test worked out well and now the fish test is working out well. So maybe I'm not going to return my $250 pan after all. I always wanted a pan with a cover on it, so I'm kind of happy about that. And like I said, the construction of the pan is actually very good. And even though those potatoes were sticking so much to my pan, the pan actually cleaned really easily. So it wasn't a big deal, but I was really frustrated with the way the potatoes came out. But we'll try it another time. We'll try a little pan spray next time and see if that helps. All right, we'll show you what this looks like in a few minutes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the salmon. As you can see, there's quite a bit of smoke that comes out from around the outside of the pan, so it doesn't seal really well. But let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to smoke up my lens a bit. All right. Oh, look at that, huh? That's a beauty. Woo! Like that. Nice. Now, generally what I do, I don't finish my fish in the pan. I'll take it out and I usually finish it in the oven. I put it on a tray. But again, I stage a lot of food for later. So far I'm really liking the way the fish looks. Looks fantastic. Let's cover it up a little bit again. I'm going to cook that skin nice and crispy. Again, I have it on a medium-high heat. Okay, let's get back to you in a minute. Okay, back at the pan. I'm going to go ahead and shut off my stove here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the steam from going right up straight up the camera. Let's take a look at the skin side here. Look at that. Woo! Beautiful. Okay, guys. Well, I'm happy about that. Gonna go ahead and lay that fish out on my tray. And that is ready for later on. All right, there you go. Let the pan cool down and clean it up. I'll give you a little recap. All right, guys, a little recap on the Hexclad pan. Well, guys, the pan worked very well with eggs and with fish. So I don't know if the potato frying situation is just a bit of a fluke, if there's an issue with the pan not being hot enough or not enough oil, or that the potatoes were cold when they went in the pan. I don't know, but we're going to try doing another experiment down the road using the pan with potatoes. But honestly, the fish came out fantastic. Sorry, I'm off camera for a second, but that turned out amazing. It's on my tray now. Again, the pan stays hot for quite a while. Be careful with that. I'm actually going to put it onto a little board here on my counter. So set that there. And eggs, wow, they didn't stick at all. I was really impressed. So there you have it. So far, again, I was really disappointed with the potato part, but the fish and the egg experiment worked out really well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you do, please hit that like button. And also, again, go ahead and leave me any comments or messages you might have. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day. Chef Leroy and out. And thanks for watching My Cozy Kitchen.